concern. What I want is for people to take responsibility. What I want is for people to listen to what the government is saying and follow the orders, the recommendations, and follow them faithfully. As I had indicated before, the government will put in place actions that are appropriate to the circumstances that we face. We therefore, having discussed the matters at length today at Cabinet, and after considering the advice of the public health team and carefully considering all the dimensions of the problem we face, the government at this point is announcing that there will be a lockdown for the parish of St. Catherine, starting at 5 a.m. Wednesday morning April 15th, 2020, through to 5 a.m. Wednesday, April the 22nd, 2020. That is a lockdown starting 5 a.m. tomorrow for the next 7 days, ending 5 a.m. on the 22nd of April 2020. What is the objective of the lockdown? The objective of the lockdown is to slow as much as possible the spread of the virus. The minister gave you some numbers as to the number of persons tested, and with 33 persons confirmed, you can use your own imagination to figure out how many persons have been contacted, the areas that people would have traveled to, and the potential spread that can come from that. So technically, you could be looking at as many as 1,000 persons contacted in close proximity. The effect of that is very great, and therefore the measure that we have to put in place is one that would seek to contain and slow the spread of the virus in a particular geographic area. The reason why we are looking at putting in the lockdown now on St. Catherine is that we have done a GIS, that is a Geographical Information Systems, mapping of the addresses of the affected persons. And we are seeing where the addresses cluster. The addresses of the 300 plus that we have already mapped have clustered mainly in St. Catherine and parts of Kingston and St. Andrew. For Kingston and St. Andrew, we're doing further work. We have a further 300 plus addresses to map. And once we can fully identify the clusters, then other actions will be taken. So for St. Catherine, we know already that there is a massive cluster and that the spread there is particularly probable just by virtue of the existence of the call center in Portmore. People having traveled to the call center would have used public transportation, would have congregated in public areas. So there is a concentration there. So we have to start, and I want to be clear on that to the public. This measure is a start. And we're starting in St. Catherine, depending on what the other mapping of the addresses show and how the cases progress from here, then we will implement broader, tighter measures. If things go well in the sense that there is no further spread and we have contained it, then there is no need. But the government has been very responsive, very agile. As we test, as we look, as we see the data, we act accordingly. So I'm putting Jamaicans on notice that we have entered into a new phase, and as we have said before, when we are in this phase, the appropriate actions will be taken. So it shouldn't be a surprise that we are taking this action. What does a lockdown mean? Well, the first rule of the lockdown is that if you are ill with any form of flu-like illness with symptoms or any respiratory illness with symptoms, stay home. Some people don't understand that. Tana ya yard. I'm sure everybody understands that. More than that, isolate yourself. Stay in a room in your house. Stay away from people as much as you can. If you are ill with any form of respiratory illness with symptoms or influenza-like symptoms, flu-like symptoms, that means you're coughing, sneezing, having a fever.
Good day, beautiful people. Welcome back.
Home. You are not required to go to work. No matter how essential you are, stay home. The orders that will be in place will take the obligation of you to come to work. If you are ill, stay home. We will place an obligation on the employer that if you turn up to work, they have a duty to report you and send you home. And these obligations and duties come with a penalty. And I will be discussing penalties later on.